Most people don't wake up one morning and suddenly decide, I'm broke. It doesn't hit like that. It doesn't show up with warning signs, or flashing lights, or a dramatic moment. It creeps in slowly, quietly, soft enough that you don't notice it happening. You don't lose control of your money in one day. You lose it in small, ordinary moments that feel harmless until they add up into something heavy. Let me tell you a story. Not about money itself, but about a feeling. A feeling you've had. A feeling millions of people carry every day. The story begins the moment it all starts. You wake up tired. Not exhausted, just that kind of tired that makes you say, I need something to get me going. So you stop for a coffee. It's only $5. You tell yourself you deserve it. And honestly, you probably do. But here's the thing. That coffee isn't the problem. It's the beginning of a pattern. One tiny decision that opens the door for 20 more just like it. On the way to work, you're still not fully awake. So you grab a quick breakfast. Another $10 gone. At lunch, you scroll through your phone and think, I should buy something small. Just a little something. Something to brighten my day. $18. Gone. Then you get home. You're tired. You've had a long day. Cooking sounds exhausting. So you order food. Again. And every step of the way, you feel like these are little rewards. Little comforts, little moments to make your day easier. But these little comforts, they are the tiny holes in your financial boat. They're small, but they sink you just the same. And the truth is, you don't even feel the damage until your bank account reminds you. A different story, same ending. Let me tell you another story about someone who changed jobs and got a raise. He went from $50,000 a year to $67,000. He felt proud. He felt hopeful. He felt like everything was about to get easier. But 3 months later, he said something that hit me hard. I don't feel richer at all. And I asked him a simple question. A question that cut right through the noise. So where did the extra money go? He stared at me. Silent. Not because he didn't have an answer, but because he suddenly realized. He had never even asked himself the question. He thought a bigger paycheck was the solution to everything. But a bigger paycheck doesn't fix the real problem, because your habits follow you. If you overspend at $50,000, you will overspend at $70,000, and $90,000, and $120,000. Income doesn't fix habits. Discipline does. Awareness does. Tracking does. Money doesn't change who you are. It magnifies who you are. The third story, two people, same job, completely different results. There are two people who make the same income, work the same hours, live in the same town, buy the same groceries, and pay the same rent. But one feels safe, calm, in control, and the other feels trapped, behind on bills, stressed, always catching up. What's the difference? It isn't intelligence. It isn't opportunity. It isn't luck. It's systems. It's awareness. It's the ability to see your habits instead of running from them. One person tracks every dollar. The other person guesses. One person knows exactly where their money goes. The other says, I think I spent maybe $200 this week, when the real number is closer to $500. Guessing keeps you broke. Tracking makes you aware. Awareness builds discipline. Discipline builds freedom. The fourth story, when tracking changes everything. There was a woman I met who felt stuck in life. She felt like she was doing everything right, but still drowning. She wasn't irresponsible. She wasn't lazy. She wasn't reckless. She was simply unaware. I told her, for 1 week, just one. Track every single dollar you spend. She agreed. Not because she wanted to, but because she knew something had to change. After 7 days, she called me, her voice shaking. Not because she was angry, because she was shocked. She discovered she spent more on food delivery than her car payment. She discovered she was paying for 5 subscriptions she hadn't used all year. She discovered she bought snacks, coffee, little mood boosters every single day, and they added up to hundreds. Tracking her money was like turning on a light in a dark room. And when the lights come on, you can't pretend anymore. You see your habits exactly as they are. And once you see the truth, you are finally free to fix the truth. The system, how wealthy people operate. Now, let me tell you how wealthy people handle money. Not the ultra-rich, not millionaires, just people who are stable, safe, and confident. They don't rely on willpower. They don't rely on memory. They don't rely on guessing. They rely on systems. Simple, repeatable systems that anyone, including you, can use. Here's what those systems look like. They track their spending daily. They sort their purchases into categories: needs, wants, leaks, lifestyle inflation, investments. They cut the leaks. They automate the important stuff. They build their financial life around structure instead of emotion. This is the foundation of financial peace. The final story, the 30-day money reset. A man I worked with was drowning in money stress. He wasn't irresponsible. He wasn't wasteful. He just didn't have a plan. He lived in reaction mode. Spend, stress, repeat. One day he said, "I can't live like this anymore." So I gave him the 30-day reset. Week 1, track everything. Week 2, cut the leaks. Week 3, build a real budget based on real habits. Week 4, automate his future. At first, he resisted. He said it felt overwhelming. But slowly, something shifted. By day 30, he wasn't just managing money. He was controlling it. His stress dropped. His confidence rose. He could finally breathe. And he said something I will never forget. "I didn't need more money. I needed a system." Closing message, this can be you. Your financial life does not have to feel out of control. You do not have to feel behind. You do not have to feel lost. You are not broken. You are not bad with money. You are simply untrained. And training starts with one step: awareness. Track your money. Cut the leaks. Build a simple budget. Automate your future. Your next 30 days can change everything. Your wallet doesn't have to stay empty. Your habits don't have to control you. Your money doesn't have to define you. This is your reset. This is your chance. This is your moment. Start today and follow for more. Your future self is waiting.